Things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this matchup.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other so often. You know, B.A., I think we're in for some good theater in this one.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Now here's Johnson. Jokic the screen. Johnson passes to Jokic. Basket counts.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Conley, and here's Edwards outside. Here's Gobert, and Gobert with the stuff.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. It's a three-point game. And offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second-chance opportunities. And you know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Now here's Conley. Down low, Gobert. Great D that time from Jokic.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And Minnesota with possession here. Randall outside. Outside Conley. Pass to Randall. Up and over Gordon. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Conley.
Well, Conley is a consummate team player. He loves to get other guys good shots.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Outside Brown. Denver moving it around. For three, Gordon. Here's Jokic. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Jokic has gotten his second bucket.
Well, the first guy you have to box out there, Nikola Jokic. That's just bad recognition.
Here's Edwards. Rebounded by Denver.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their games.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, B.A., we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Ryan, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
And Reed is a very active player. Love seeing him be this aggressive inside.
Johnson for three. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Everyone talks about Jaden McDaniels' defense, and for good reason, Stan.
Well, B.A., one way to get a lot of playing time is to be the best at something. McDaniels is a total lockdown defender on the wing. He can guard anybody.
And he can't get the first one.
A defensive ace. Jaden McDaniels gets the toughest perimeter assignment every night, using his length, athleticism, and effort to frustrate opponents.
Clark is checked in for Minnesota. Shannon comes in for Edwards. And then for Denver, Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Nikola Jokic. Holmes comes in for Johnson, and it's Watson in for Brown. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Clark, no good.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Holmes. Reed with the rebound. 4-3. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
What shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Bruce Brown is out there with Murray. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Watson in at the 4-man position. Pass to Reed. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Nuggets. It's Brown on the wing. Checked by Randall. Inside. And Valanciunas with the bucket on the assist by Brown. Valanciunas has got his first 2 points of the night. Now DiVincenzo. He drops it from range.
Yeah, never a bad idea to have Randall with the ball. Just a great passing forward.
Watson with it. Randall's in his pocket. Hardaway, the pass to Watson. Fires from deep. Clark grabs the board. The Timberwolves lead by 7. For 3, Randall. Denver grabs the miss. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in the game. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Watson. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Well, Grant, when you watch an NBA game today, do you wish you played in this era?
Oh, no doubt. It's a lot more open, and there's a greater emphasis on skill and player health. Oh, and by the way, those checks aren't too bad either.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Some changes for Minnesota. Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Shannon. And then for Denver, Jokic is checked in for Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Watson. And it's Christian Brown in for Hardaway. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Nuggets trail by 5. Kick out to Brown. From behind the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Brown. Back to Edwards. The 3-ball. Rebounded by Johnson. Denver's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this. I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And Minnesota with some changes. Naz Reid's checked in for Randall, and Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. McDaniels passes to Conley. Reed for 3. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Reed's got 5.
Such a confident shooter. Reed was ready as soon as the ball got to him.
Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Johnson. The 3. Counted from distance. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 7.
Murray doesn't fear anyone inside. He just goes right at the defense.
These are his first free throws of the game. The free throw drops from Murray.
There's so much that Jamal Murray brings to the table offensively. He is such a critical piece of their puzzle.
And Denver making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And Murray drops them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Outside Edwards. There's the triple. And again, it's Minnesota with a three.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Murray finds Brown. Back to Murray. 1 second left. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And so it's Minnesota leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. We'll be right back with you shortly. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Well, he's a problem, no doubt about it. One that opposing teams have to grapple with every time he takes the floor.
McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. Conley and Edwards make up the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Edwards for 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Great dime by Gobert. Scans the floor well to find his teammates.
Nuggets trail by 7. Stan, a recent development in Anthony Edwards' game, his three-point shooting.
Yeah, Brian, he led the league in threes attempted last year and shot it at a good percentage, too. He's such a good driver. Taking lots of threes will open things up for him.
Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Rebounded by Johnson.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Now here's Murray. No good on the quick 3. From deep, Conley. Tries again. Gobert using his size to his advantage.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
Brown passes to Jokic. Over Gobert. Jokic, no good. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Randall. And he drains the quick shot. Randall's gotten his second bucket of the game.
No hesitation from the big man, Randall. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
Murray for 3. Oh, the 3 is pure from Murray.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And Minnesota making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball, following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Shot is good by Gordon.
Well, the way Gordon just goes right up You'd think the defender wasn't there at all.
The Timberwolves lead by 6. Randall outside from deep. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Pass to DiVincenzo. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter of basketball. Randall can't hit. Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Jokic. The 3 is up. Called in by DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Brown, the #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Miller comes in for Julius Randle. Shannon comes in for McDaniels. Now here's Valanciunas. Denver moving it around. Here's Watson. And again, Denver no good. Minnesota leading by 8.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Here's Pickett. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Misses the baby hook. And so it's Minnesota up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can shift. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Minnesota has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. On the court for Denver. Jamal Murray out there with Bruce Brown. Then it's Peyton Watson. Then it's Tim Hardaway. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5. Randall can't hit.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Brown passes to Hardaway. And here's Watson. Pass to Brown. Now Murray. Just 4 to shoot. For 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Randall inside. Defended by Murray. And Shannon gets it to go. Shannon's got his first 3 points of the game.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Murray from outside. Murray strikes back.
Well, that's Murray answering right back from the perimeter. You have to love his competitive nature.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for Shannon. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. And Denver will go for a different look here. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Valanciunas. Aaron Gordon comes in for Watson. Johnson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Brown subbed in for Brown. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Edwards fires. He drills the wide-open jumper.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Screen by Gordon. Jokic! Oh, he nailed the jumper.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Gobert with a screen on Brown. Here's Conley. Fires the 3. Shot's no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Now Jokic. Johnson outside. Oh, he missed the jumper. Gordon with a steal. Murray with it. He's picked up by Conley. from deep. And he nails it.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Here's Gobert. It's tipped and stolen by Jokic. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Outside Conley. Jacks up a three. Jokic with a rebound. And here comes the break. Gordon. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Randall buries it from outside.
Oh, rugged competitor. Randall's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
Murray fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. And the Timberwolves with possession. They've led by as many as 11. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Johnson outside. Now Murray. Takes a three. Yes, sir, with the three.
Well, that's the way Murray can create chances. That's why you want him with the ball in clutch situations.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Now Edwards. Oh, money! And we've got a timeout from David Adelman. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And here's Conley. Conley and Edwards make up the backcourt. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. And it's Gobert in at the 5.
There's Murray just making easy work of that transition opportunity.
Minnesota's shooting at about 44% so far. Edwards into the lane. Oh, Edwards, so quick.
And not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate, exactly when his team needs it.
Here's Murray. From downtown, it's money from deep.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc. Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Now Conley.
And not just a jump shooter, Conley is also adept at finding real estate close to the rim.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Now Jokic. From 10 feet out, dropping it at the rim. It's Jokic.
Well, we've seen Jokic do this before, coming through in the biggest moments.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Edwards. Buries it.
Well, when you need a bucket, you can go to Gobert, a high percentage scorer who doesn't waste his attempts.
Now Gordon. Murray. The free ball is down.
Well, there's no question question. Murray can go get one for you when you need it most.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're trailing by 4. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Conley against Murray. Now here's Conley. Not a lot of room. Oh, it misses. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts them up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Denver with the W. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And BA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Nicola, congratulations on the win. What does a win like this say about your team?
I mean, we are looking for each other. We are finding it. It's when we start playing like we're supposed to play, we are really good. So hopefully we're going to continue to play like this.
Thanks, Nicola. Back to you guys.
Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Jamal Murray.